What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and fellow hobbyists, and welcome to P&Q, the question and answer series, where you get to ask me questions or put comments to me and then I respond to you the following month. Now you do this whatever way you like, as long as I pick it up. The most common way, of course, is to put your comments or question down below in the comments section there. You can email me directly at miniwarzone@gmail.com. That will get you an anonymous response. If we happen to meet in person, we could talk about stuff. I might breach that on the channel here as well. Make a video. But that said, all I've got is the comments or questions from the last month's video at this moment in time. It's the, I don't know, the 20, let me just check my phone just so I can see what the date is and make it go to silent. Oh, it is on silent. It's the 23rd today, so I tend to record these just past the midway month point, so and then I upload them, schedule them. I've got a bit of a sore arm at the moment, it's a bit of RSI, I don't know, probably picked it up from work or something, so I'm gonna have to go and get that sorted too. So if you see me in a weird arm position, then that is why. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get on with this show, shall we? And we've got some more questions than usual this time, which is quite good. It's brilliant. You know, I love questions. So here we go. Starting with hero of the table. I think you're new, aren't you, sir? To the questioning. It says, good luck with the job hunt. Well, thank you very much. It's still not coming to fruition as I would have hoped. Basically, I'm looking to get a better job. Not so much, better high-end job, but a better, for me personally, job. Not quite so physically taxing, because with my MS and everything, there's not much longevity in this current job I have, which is a shame because it pays quite well and so on. But such is life. So I'm trying to find a more suitable, is the word I suppose, position. He says anyway, or he asks, so what is your favourite thing that you have painted so far this year? Well, there's a question. This year, I think I've enjoyed the most. I suppose it would be my Mansions of Madness board game. Yeah, I'd have to say that because I don't know. I was really into that. Yeah, I was just loving the whole atmosphere behind it and the look of the characters. They just look fantastic. Not the best miniatures in the world, but they're pretty good. Yeah, they're pretty good. So I would have to say Mansions of Madness. That's the one I've enjoyed the most anyway. And seeing it come to life before my eyes. Right, who took my dice? Miniature Wargaming is next. He says, hi Steve, first of all, it's great to have you on here. It says, great video, Pete, thank you very much. I have a few questions for the next video. Number one, do you think a hobbyist's personality has a big part in their choice or army? Probably, yeah, I would say so. I mean, my favourite army is, well, I have another question that asks me what my favourite army is. But my favourite army was predominantly chosen by my personality, I guess, because of what I love, particularly in reading in that, when I read like fiction and so on. So I'd have to say yes. 2, your all-time favourite hobby moment. Wow. That's a toughie. All-time favourite hobby moment. Every time I'm hobbying, I guess. Every time I get to have hobby time is my favourite hobby moment. So that changes on a regular basis. 3, your all-time worst hobby moment. I don't think I've had one yet, which is good. So yeah, no, it's all positive from my perspective. 4, whoa, this is a good one. Which faction / race that already exists in the 40k fluff would you like to see get models / codex? Well, for me, that would be humans. I don't just mean like, you know, don't just mean these guys here. I mean normal humans. Obviously not a codex because they're not an army. But I'd love to see models for just regular humans. Possibilities there. And GW, if anyone there is watching, here's a business thing for you. You can use them. All different generic and different models and poses. One, you could use them for objectives, like rescue missions, that kind of thing. Get as many of the people out before the other side kills the, you know, that kind of thing. You could also use them to customize characters, you know, because they could wear all sorts of clothing, couldn't they? I mean, it's the 41st millennium, so it's, you know, looks could be absolutely anything, and you could customize. People could kit bash and do different characters and things. So you know, I think that would go down. So I would have to say humans. Yeah, definitely. Keep up the great work. Well, thank you, sir. All right. Ross Middleton is next, and he says, "Great video, Pete. Fingers crossed for the job." Well, sadly, I didn't get that last one. Questions: what's your favourite 40k army? Here we go. Tyranids. Tyranids is my all-time favourite because I've got a few armies, quite a few armies, and Tyranids is my favourite. And I have to say, these guys here probably coming up to being close to my second favourite. Whereas at the start, when I first got into the hobby, they were my least favourite. I thought, just humans, boring, you know, but they're not once you get into them and the lore behind them and that. And also, have you played any Kill Team yet? Not proper Kill Team, no. I've run through a couple of games. We've just kind of run through the rules, not so much proper games with my friend and I, but not a proper game, not yet. But there, we've run through it, sort of like, just, is this how it works and that, and you know, I think we're getting there. But no, not as yet. But hoping to soon. Wargaming with Gary says, must admit, Pete, I'm intrigued in the later Romans. What period would you paint? Good luck with the job. I was on the Royal Mail myself. All the best, Gary. Oh, wow, that's a long time. That's going back quite a bit there. Royal Mail, that was several interviews ago for me now. Wow. It's funny, isn't it, looking back over the month. Yeah. I've been with the Royal Mail before, but yeah. I'd probably go for later Romans as well, when they were kind of spreading themselves a bit too thin across the map. Yeah, just because of that, really. Because I'd like to play, I don't know, games fighting all sorts, all different people, different cultures and things like that. If I was doing Romans. Right, moving on. Well, thank you for your question, Gary. Thank you for that. Nick Beer 40k is next. Hey, Nick. He says, hope you get more questions next time. Well, I have got a few more, so that's good. Oh, have you seen season 2 of Cobra Kai yet? Yes. Oh, wasn't it good? Wow. Seems like there is a third season coming. Yes, there is. That's all confirmed. I love it. Brings back memories of my favourite, from my favourite 80s film. Yeah, wow. Wasn't season 2 brilliant? It was a lot darker than I thought, especially the ending. What a dark ending that was, but wow, yeah. Oh, I absolutely love it. It's lost nothing of its awesomeness. Absolutely brilliant. By far and above my favourite series of all time. Bar none. Bar none. Nothing even comes close. So well written, and you know, so well written and filmed. The shots are gorgeous, the locations are amazing, and the continuity between now and the 80s, it's just phenomenal. It's brilliant. Anyway, I recommend it to anyone. Aha! Right, we're on to Frost and Fists. He says, great video as always. Pete, for next time. Ooh, might have some difficult ones here, so I'll do my best, Mr. Mifos, because it's from Wolf Brother Mifos. 1. Stop me if I've asked this before. That's okay. It doesn't matter if you have asked this before, and if you have, I probably wouldn't remember. We all love the 50 Shelves of Grey video GW put out. Find a couple of A, movie titles that describe your hobby life. Movie titles that describe your hobby life. That's... Wow, I do... Don't know. Shaun of the Dead, because that's basically a homage to Day of the Dead, isn't it? And I'm always trying to emulate my favourite YouTubers and people that I look up to in the hobby, yourself included, and I'm, I feel like death warmed up sometimes because I'm tired. I'm so tired. I'm like, oh, I feel like a zombie sometimes. Now included. Wow, so that's 1. Shaun of the Dead. God, I can't think of anything else. B. Song titles that describe your hobby life. Song titles. Whoa, I don't know. I can't think, Mifos. It's too hard a question. Help. I can't think right now. My mind's gone to clay. I don't know. Really don't. Well, linking back to the question Idic Beer had, I'd have to say Cruel Summer. Yeah, the one from the Cobra Kai, because it's been a cruel summer here, because I had one day of decent weather this week. One day. And it's been pouring with rain ever since, every other day, and it's not good. It's a cruel summer. Cruel summer. Yeah. 2. Some people say that animals can be easy to paint, but hard to paint well. That's a fair comment. What animals have you painted and how have you found your experience? Do you have any tips for this? I've painted horses, dogs, gorillas, crocodiles, lions. Any others? Birds. Any tips? Yes, don't overthink it. Sometimes you can look at nicely painted animals and think, oh wow, that must have taken a lot of different hard techniques to do. It's not. Just simplify. Just stick to what you got. Just do it a stage at a time. Horses, for instance, you've got to get the right model. Of course, it's got to have good definition, because a poor model of a horse, you're never going to paint that well. Well, I don't think so. Get the musculature, and just highlight all the details, and then you can add little things. And same with dogs and that, like little spots of white here and there, like maybe on 1 foot or a couple of feet, and because that's the randomness that you get in the natural world. For things like more exotic animals, like I was saying, crocodiles, because I've played Congo, haven't I? So crocodiles and more exotic animals like lions and so on. I tend to look up pictures on the internet of said animal and see what sort of colours they've got, and just make sure I get that in my colour scheme. That's my advice anyway. Don't overthink it. 3. You're into a nice variety of games these days, my brother. In these games, which setting would you most like to be part of and live in? Which game would you like to live in the least? Or work backwards on that one. I'd like to live in the 40k universe the least. hell yeah. Unless I was like a space marine or something, you know, like has a good survivability factor. But I think that'd be my least liked game to live in. What I like to live in the most? Oh wow. Oh dear. Oh yeah. That's a tricky one too. I think D&D. Yeah, with the magic and all that kind of stuff. It's a very magical, mystical setting. I'd like to live in the world of Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, and be a hero. Definitely. Take care, my brother, Wolf Brother Ethos. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Great questions. Difficult too. Sorry I couldn't answer the first couple very well, but I tried. And last but not least is Atomic Dog, Scale Model Freak. Hey Brian, how's it going? Says, hey Pete, which Primarch is the strongest in Warhammer 40k history? I don't know, in my mind, oops, sorry, knocking my microphone. In my mind, it's Lieben Russ. Yeah, to me, he's like, you know, one of the hardest, strongest dudes in it. That's for me, the Primarch of the Space Wolves. So yes. Also, do you think there will be any new races in 40k? I asked this question a few years ago in Mini Wargaming's Sit and Talk series that they still do, I believe. And Matt said, no, I don't think so. We've got enough now. And there was about 19 at the time, factions. Do I think there will be any new races? It's possible. I think it's always possible because GW are always looking for that, I don't know, that extra business angle of selling more models. So yes, I do think it's a very, very high possibility that there will be. I wonder why Skaven are not in 40k. Sorry if these questions may be stupid, but I'm trying to learn a little more about 40k. Hey, your channel is great and keep at it. Take care. Thank you. That means an awful lot. Why are they not Skaven in 40k? I don't know. I suppose they feel the Tyranids cover the Horde kind of army that's like, you know, a bit more like a pest, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know. I personally, I would like to see Skaven or a Skaven type. I think I've seen some Tyranid / Skaven conversions because the person likes Skaven and he wanted his Tyranids to be Skaven basically. So he kind of Skavened them up. I don't know. But yeah, why are they not in 40k? I don't know. I think they should be. Yeah. But as to why they're not, I don't know, Brian. Will they be in the future? I don't know. Who knows? I mean, you kind of got Chaos Beastmen. So you got them in. I don't see why you couldn't have Skaven in 40k. Maybe they will in the future. That's a good, you know, it'd be cool, I think, if they did. 40k Skaven, that'd be amazing. I'd get into them, certainly, as much as I would. I'm still waiting for the whole Sisters of Battle full-on line of models to come out, but you know. But yeah, I'd be into them. Thank you for the compliments, and thank you everyone for your questions and comments. It's marvellous. That's it from me. That's all I've got. So I'll say thanks very much. Please keep those questions or comments coming in throughout the month. Because even if you put the question or comment on after I've recorded, it will go on to the next month's episode. So please, please, please do keep them coming in. I love doing these videos when I've got questions, and I try to answer them as best I can, and I try not to think about them too much until the day. Obviously I read through them just to, I think, oh, that's an interesting question, but then I don't look at it again until I come to the day of recording, and I just print the questions out. I'll try and get better answers for you. If I remember, I'll try to think of better answers for your questions. Good questions, and I appreciate the time you take to ask me. So I will try and think of better answers for you and put that into next month's Q&A as well. Anyway, guys, remember, all brushes lead to war. I'll see you on the next video, so bye for now. Bye-bye. Oh, you're still here. That's great. If you're still here, then perhaps I could tell you about my Patreon page. If you want to support this channel, then please just head on over to Patreon. You can find the link on my home screen on YouTube. And for $1 a month, that's all, you will get access to exclusive videos and extra content behind the scenes, painting with patrons. There's all sorts on there, and it's being added to on a regular basis. So and that's all in HD with no ads. So yeah, I mean, and if you don't like it, you can cancel anytime you like. So it's just $1 a month. Go on, support me, please, 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 please. I need the support. Yeah, thanks anyway. If not, then just like and share as much as you can. Thank you.